What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and the bell notification, get notified of all my future videos. And if you're looking to buy any statues, please use links below. So today we got Prime 1 Megatron. He came in these two massive boxes. They all had this like thing to help protect the corners, although the bottom ones kind of got destroyed. And you know, here is the packaging. I am extremely excited for this piece. Megatron, the original one, was Statue of the Year like 6 or 7 years ago. It was actually my first Prime 1 statue, my first Transformer statue, and it held a lot of meaning to me. And I actually got it for like $300. Basically free, I just paid shipping cost. A friend gave it to me. But I'm extremely excited for this. This is one when I first saw it, I was like, oh my effing gosh, that is the best Megatron statue easily, hands down. But I thought, I don't know if I can get it. I don't have space. And I'm like, I can't see myself ever selling my original one. But when I was able to open up my, Transformer statue room by removing the treadmill, I gained additional statue space and a little bit of maneuvering. We're able to get this. And in probably a week and a half, we're going to get Jetwing Optimus, which I think will become my favorite statue in my collection, based off initial photos. And before we do get to this, now I am not going to do like my traditional unboxing. Transformer statues have way too many pieces. They usually take hours to assemble. It's like a puzzle. I'll show you a few step-by-steps here and there. But I did want to show you guys something super special that I got yesterday, and it is Gizmo. Wait, not that Gizmo. This little guy. So he is a purebred Shih Tzu. He's sleeping right there. He likes this spot where I have all like my shirts and blankets. You'll see him a lot more. He's 8 weeks old. We named him Gizmo. He is the cutest little guy in the world. I'm training him on the pad right now. He already went potty, and he just melts my heart. He is so freaking adorable. So Raiden now has a playmate. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this out and see what's in the boxes. Alrighty, folks, so this is what we're introduced to. Now, that is definitely a freaking massive base. Definitely much bigger than my other Megatron. Really hope it fits. Width will be my biggest enemy. It'll probably hang off the shelf. Yeah, that's huge. And let's see, there's the cape. Tons of just parts. There's a bunch of empty stuff right here I noticed as well. All that emptiness. The main body, the shotgun. Probably the legs and arms. According to this, like that's all the steps. So yeah, there is 73 steps, not including the exclusive little part. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna take a while. But man alive, like look at my foot next to this. This is like Rotunda T-Rex big, almost Shockwave big. Really hope this fits. I'm going to test it out immediately. But yeah, this is a huge base. As long as this fits, everything else will be fine. Like height and everything. But yeah, a lot of pieces, as you can see. And this is one reason I would never do a true unboxing. I don't want you see me struggling here for 2 hours. So yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, so here is the Megatron base. So as you can see, he is going to be about the same height as Megatron. It's about the same height level. Definitely, like taller than Starscream. I removed his arms, like I set everything up. I just hope I don't have to do too much on like the back part of him, because it's going to be very difficult to get to the back. But trying to set it up and then moving it here will be most difficult. So what I might do is once I get, like the main part on, anything that needs to go in the back part, I'll put it on, then put it there. It'll be easier that way. Now, and this is where Jetwing will go. His base is about the size of Shockwave as well. The biggest thing with him is his wings, which are going to go like up there and up there. And I can scoot him over like 3 inches, by the way. I just put him like that because it's better for the angle, but I'm quite confident Jetwing Optimus will fit here. As long as I can fit the base there, everything else will be fine. But I didn't have to move much. I did move Shockwave over probably like 2 centimeters, and that's about it. And then I angled this because the widest part of the base is this. This sticks out quite a bit, much more than everything else. So it adds, you know, a good amount right there. So each end has that. But before we do set anything up, let's just check out this base. So it does have this Decepticon logo, which is removable. You know, it's really nice looking Decepticon logo, and it's pretty massive. The overall base looks, you know, Transformer-like, very, very cool. Definitely much better than the original Megatron base. You know, then this has the whole sand effect, you know, because this is from the scene at the beginning of Dark of the Moon when he was in the desert. He put the cape over himself. So it has this absolutely phenomenal sand effect. That's just absolutely crazy looking. You can still see like the Transformer part, but then tons of sand. Like, it's like kind of mind-boggling. It looks like they just got sand and like glued it on. It's really, really impressive, this sand effect. So I'll probably put his exclusive part either right here. Probably won't fit there, so probably right there. But yeah, this base is massive. Like, wow. You know, like his base is still really big and, you know, still quite tall. And I still like this base a lot. But that base is definitely much better. So yeah, there it is. We're going to go ahead and get the legs up now. Alrighty, so I decided just to put them on a Lazy Susan. There's a lot of stuff in the back. It's just going to be easier. And I'll probably just permanently keep them on there and just buy another one. Just going to be a lot easier for me. And I moved Shockwave over so I can completely turn them, set them up, scoot them to the left. Might be able to take out the Lazy Susan. Also, one thing I noticed when I was getting this leg out, this thing came off immediately, and I wasn't sure if whatever, but come to look at it, it did break right here. So, yeah, this is something that is on the back part of the leg, you know, so you won't be able to see this damage when it's on display, but it did break. So, there is first piece on the board already damaged. That sucks. But, you know, I already took my photos. One thing to note, when Prime 1, you know, it's damaged, there's a process to, you know, getting either replacement parts or a partial, you know, because I doubt they're going to send me this replacement part, but I got a damaged item, so I want a partial refund at a minimum. So you got to take photos with, like, your name, order number, edition size, all this crap. And hopefully this is the only issue. But you have to put this leg in first, then we do the other leg with the torso. So there's the other leg. We're going to get the torso, put it in at the same time. So I'm going to glue this back on right now, though. I already took my photos and everything for Prime 1. But yeah, here it is. Alrighty, so this is always the hardest part. I am so freaking sweaty. Oh my gosh. But everything weighs a lot, by the way. Like, each of the legs weighs a lot. The chest weighs a ton. But you have to hold this leg, hold that, like, together. You have to combine the two. And then insert that into that while simultaneously inserting that into that. Not easy. In addition, I did find another breakage. The moment I took this chest piece out, there was damage right here. So, God, these freaking Transformers, this one, normally they don't arrive damaged. You know, their packaging is always so good. I mean, again, fortunately, this is going to be on the side. Like, if this is this straight way to look at them, this is going to be on the back part. So fortunately, both my damages so far have been on the side that I'm not going to visually see it. Plus, you know, if you glue that, you won't be able to see that good. And this is the glue I used, the Zappa Gap. So I'm going to take some more photos and glue it. But yeah, here is the chest. It had all these chains were also individually wrapped. And you can sort of adjust this how you want, you know, but yeah, these chains are really cool. They're like rusted and everything. Definitely mind-blowingly good detail so far. Just sucks I got 2 breakages. So hold on. Okay, I decided to take everything out. Here is the deluxe little like transformer. And then here is all these like little spider fixers. Megatron's face does come in a few parts. I actually did have one additional damage. This piece right here, it came broke. So I have not taken that out or that out to examine. Otherwise, everything seems to be fine. But so far, 3 breaks. Oh yeah, this takes so freaking long to set. I mean, look at all these parts. Oh my goodness, I'm only on step 5 and I got 70 of these. This is the worst part about Transformer statues. Not only that, they are very fragile, you know, very thin material, so they can break easily. But yeah, let's set up like 75% of them and show you. Alrighty, so the last damaged part is this one. I've already glued it, but it is in the back, so again, not going to be seen. So fortunately, my 3 damages are in a spot that is not going to be seen. But yeah, everything else so far did seem good. But yeah, this is how I have it so far. I'm basically taking 4 parts at a time and setting it up. So we've mostly done like all this front leg. We're doing a lot of the back. This is definitely a thing you're going to have to do like on a lazy Susan, and ideally like this is the best scenario. All right, so check this out. So this arm, look at how this part up at the top, how close it is to the peg. And then you look at this and look how close it is to the peg. You see how it's like not even on the peg, where mine is like that? And this is the only right arm. You know, it is the right arm. The moment you put it in, this thing is hitting. It will not go in unless I break this off. It will not go in at all. Clearly, 0 QC was done, because had they put this on, they assembled this part wrong. And looking at it, it's going to be have to broken off to get this to work. Because the moment this goes in, it's hitting right there. The only way this is going in if it's broken, because it's angled wrong. Alrighty, finally got the arm on. Now, what I did was I used my wife's hair dryer and hair dried, or more or less used the heat on that part, like going all throughout for a good 30-45 seconds. So it's bendable. And once it was bendable, I was able to bend it back, insert the arm. And that was the only way I could get that to go in. So I'm still going to ask Prime 1 about it. I shouldn't have had to done that. The other arm went in fine. Actually, no, it didn't. When this arm was put in, it broke this piece off. No joke, because it's so close, it broke it off. So I had to glue it back. Now, this part was already broken, but it broke the entire piece off, which again, once you glue, you can't see, but it broke it just to insert it. Now, there's still a bunch of crap here that we have to do. That is the other arm if you want the arm to go down. Now, I'm not going to do a down arm. I like the shotgun up pose. Now, you can also just do an arm up, which doesn't honestly make sense. The only reason it comes with that arm is if you want no arms, and he has the shotgun in his back. So he can hold the actual shotgun here. Now, this is if you don't want to hold the shotgun, but if you want to hold the shotgun, it inserts right there with that peg. Boom. However, I want to display this shotgun with this Megatron. You know, it's a sick looking shotgun, and with that peg, it kind of props it up. So I'm actually just going to display it right here. I think that's super cool looking. I love this shotgun. This hand is just going to go in the closet. It probably will never be used. So there's still a lot of little parts here, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Here is the exclusive part. This kind of looks like almost a, not necessarily a life-size, but a human life-size hand of Megatron holding this little guy. So this is an extremely cool bonus. I like this a lot. There's the shotgun hand up. We have all the parts, like that's everything left. And some of that does go in the arms as well, like that arm. And then we also have those little like lens, like little robot guys. For some reason as well, this came with a spare head thing. Not sure why. And then there's a ton of those little like spider guys. Then of course the cape, which I haven't took out yet. And there is little Gizmo. He loves that spot over there. He loves to just lay right there. And he's such a cuddle bug. Oh my gosh, he is the cutest thing in the world. I love him so much instantly. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish setting him up, and then we'll, you know, move everything back to the left and see how it looks. We'll, you know, we had to remove Starscream's arm because that thing sticks out a ton. But yeah, let's finish this now. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. I swear that just took me 3 hours to do this. uh, the instructions are absolute garbage. I'm sorry, Premlin. You really need to update these. You know, like give labels for parts and give more zoomed out and zoomed in photos, because a lot of these things I had a really hard time trying to, get in. I also had a really hard time getting this hand into this arm. I again had to use heat and then slowly wiggle it in because it was not wanting to go in. I do have every single part on. This is all the additional parts for this arm. So all those parts alone goes to that arm. I'm not going to put it on that arm because then, when I put it away, it's going to, could break. So I'm just going to individual wrap each piece, put this away in case I ever want to do a switch out. But this is the look. That, oh my freaking goodness, that looks so effing good. Now again, I did have my issues. Fortunately, I can't see any of the damage. There is damage, but you'll never see it. So, that's one nice thing about Transformers. If they ever are damaged, it's really hard to see the damage. Like even my original Shockwave from Matrix, that thing was damaged beyond damage. But I glued it so good that you could, like, from 4 feet away, you'd never know it's damaged. Up close, you could definitely see, like, the chest damage. Like, you can see the glue. But, yeah, this guy, holy cow. He is so freaking impressive. Oh, my gosh. So, I want to do a comparison for you guys of the original battle damaged head to the new one. Because this is, like, the little bust I bought. You guys see the evolution of Prime 1. Check out all that battle damage. How this head looks. I don't think I have a... Oh, no, I do. I can't get a good... there you go. So, check out the difference between the two. This new one... Let me turn the light up on. I did... I had it... Alright. So, check out that. Yeah, the new one is bigger. Obviously, this is also a Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This is Dark Side of the Moon. So the head is a little bit different, but you can also see just like all the additional, like, the intricacies in the paint app. The heads actually do look quite similar, but there's more detail in this new one. Like even like you can see like that vein work. There's actually red around the eyes when not lit off. There's tons of detail in there. The teeth look super sinister. The eyes are also brighter than this one, as you can see. Like this head still looks good, but you can definitely tell that Prime 1 has upped the ante and added additional detail to this guy. So, yeah, the light up is definitely much brighter than the original Megatron. His light up was always kind of, semi-weak. This one, like, I'm standing 5+ feet away, and I can still see it really good. And it definitely brings the statue, like, alive. Like, you feel like this is Megatron. Such a cool voice, too. I'm a huge fan of Megatron. I love the character. So, yeah, extremely cool. Yeah, to light it up, there is a button just back here you press. This is pretty much universal. It's always just like finding the freaking button. It's kind of, whatever, I'll leave it on. So yeah, let's just review this guy before we add, I'm going to try the cape, of course. So like I said, the base, absolutely amazing. One of my best bases, for sure. Like Shockwave has the best base, but he has the second best base. Like his base is better than all their bases, easily. And then Megatron himself, so he has like a green, gray, really like rusted look. He has his tires. In that movie he was like a tank. In this one, I swear he was like a truck. I can't remember. I'm going to watch the movies very shortly. This one definitely has a lot more just general detail, throughout the entire piece versus that one. That one's still incredibly detailed, don't get me wrong. But this one definitely, you can see like just due to the design in general, it really adds so much detail. And then like here's the back part. You can see the pipes, and these chains are real metal, just here where. They're like rusted look. So much intricacies all throughout. Yeah, it's really incredible. These Transformer statues have so much detail. You know, like I do have, all right, there's the light up, J&D Harley upstairs, but I'm more excited for this piece in all honesty. I think this is better than a J&D statue in my opinion. You know, and I think this is more detailed as well. I mean, Silicon, yes, very detailed, hand-punched hair, all that. But overall, I think Transformers are the most detailed statues out there. You know, there's just so many parts to them that, you know, due to the nature of their design, they are the most detailed pieces. Even more than like horror and, you know, my home theater statues. Nothing beats a Transformer. Yeah, so concept, I love the concept of this guy. His belly is like, his chest is slightly hunched over. I mean, so is that one, but his more so. So it's kind of harder to see his chest detail from standing angles. Now, granted, if I'm sitting down, you know, you can see all the intricacies in that chest, you know, which is really cool with all those chains. I think that really adds a lot to it. You know, his portrait is definitely one of the shining things you're looking at because that portrait just looks so cool. The shotgun, also absolutely incredible. I love how he's holding it up, you know, because this one, it's more like forward, like his blaster part of his, you know, body. And now I do have the shotgun for the Optimus Prime. I didn't use it that often because I always thought that, you know, triple giant shotgun cannon looked cooler. But for this Megatron, this is the way to display it. You know, not only can you see the shotgun better when it's displayed up high, but it gives the piece incredible presence, making it nearly, you know, I mean, that looks as tall as Shockwave, like 40 inches. You know, I know he's 33 inches to his height, but yeah, I mean, he has Transformer writing on him. So much intricacies all throughout this piece. It's really insane. You know, like the rusted look is incredible. The tires look like, you know, really good. I really love this sand effect on the base. It really adds to it. Yeah, that shotgun is incredible looking. And the way he's holding it. This hand has a very sharp piece right here as well. For his like claw type hand. So let me back it up. I mean, outside my issues, this definitely just jumped to one of my favorite Transformer statues. You can see just how much bigger it is than the original OG Megatron. I mean, his base does feel slightly taller, and that one's also 32 inches tall, but he does feel a good 5% bigger overall. Could just be due to the design of him. But he's a big boy. You know, I would say he's more impressive. He's the second best Transformer in my collection now. Like, he beats out everything over here. He beats out Sentinel Prime, Optimus Prime, the original Megatron. He's not better than Shockwave. Shockwave's still my favorite. Although Jetwing will likely top him in a few weeks. But Megatron is now my second favorite. I'm going to see about getting possible replacements for some of those damaged parts. Although I doubt Prime will do. I'll probably just get the, you know, partial credit. But man alive, this thing is truly impressive. Like Jupiter. This thing's also incredibly cool. Like, this is probably like the coolest exclusive part they've ever done. Now, you can also just display this right here on the base if you want to. It's kind of like one thing they do. Which I think that works, but it does block some of his leg. So I'll probably just be displaying it right there. But that is really cool. Alrighty, so I wanted to show you guys these little robot guys. Like, oh, totally dropped it. These things aren't super fragile. But check this out. That's hard to camera this. It's so small. Basically, I got 6 of these, and you place them where you want. So what I did is I did 3 on the base. 2 in his head, because these things were like fixing his head. He was like smashing, you know, he squished one with his fingers. And I put 1 on the shoulder, but I probably will not do that. If anything, I'll put another one here on the base. One of the Prime 1 store exclusives wasn't doubling this. Originally only came with 3. The store exclusive came with 3 additionals plus that. And then here is this robe. Now, he only wore this in this particular scene. You know, basically it showed Megatron. He brought this hood over, sort of like the introduction of Megatron in the movie, where these little lens guys were fixing him. That guy was there giving him advice, you know, and it was just a cool scene. Starscream came in, so Starscream works perfectly next to him as well. 'Cause, you know, Starscream was saying, "How weak you are, Master." So here is this. Check this out. Really cool. I'm going to go ahead and try that on and just see how it looks, but most likely I won't be displaying it. I feel like it hides a lot of detail. It is cool, but it hides a lot, but let's just see how it looks. Alrighty, so now this cape is completely adjustable. You can have it like flowing like that. I don't know if I have this accurate. I don't have the photo up in front of me, but you're supposed to like chain this part, I suppose, you know, to something here. It doesn't really... I think you could even chain it to the back. I don't know. But there's a chain right here. And they want you to like chain it. I suppose you could like chain it like wherever you want. Sort of like that. So if you don't want that dangling. And you're supposed to put the like cape under his head. And then it just flows into the back. What do you guys think? Cape or no cape? I mean, obviously it adds a cool element, but it does block stuff, like I said. And he did only wear the cape for probably 10 seconds in the movie. I mean, it was a really cool scene, don't get me wrong. And the base obviously matches the cape look as well, because he's more or less trying to cover the fact he was defeated in Revenge of the Fallen and severely damaged. No, I think he was like shotgunned in the face, and that's why he has those damage. But yeah, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the cape, move Shockwave and Megatron, and, you know, put Starscream back together and see how much space we actually have left for Jetwing Optimus. Alrighty, so I have kept Megatron just on his Lazy Susan to allow me to rotate him as well as need be. So if I want to rotate him, then I can easily do so. But, you know, he's a beast, no doubt. You know, so I went ahead and measured, and I have about 3 feet, more or less, of base I can fit. So Jetwing Optimus's base needs to be less than 3 feet. Now, I've seen side-by-side photos, and it is about the size of Shockwave's base, which is 2 feet. If you include the drillers, 30 inches. So I should definitely be able to fit Optimus Prime Jetwing very comfortably right there, and having his giant wings going above each of them. Yeah, so I did measure Megatron. He is 26 inches from the base to the top of his shoulder thing there. From the bottom of the base to the top of the shotgun is 37 inches. That Megatron is also 26 inches from base to top of his right shoulder. So it's the same size as the other Megatron, but it is a little girthier. And then that shotgun works really well for presences, you know. Yeah, so like I said, this is how I want to go ahead and display it. Having that exclusive there, and these little guys, you know, put 3 there, 3 on his head because they're fixing him. But overall, you know, outside of my few issues, you know, this piece is definitely a grail and definitely a 10 out of 10. And like I said, my second favorite Transformer. It's absolutely amazing. Incredibly impressive. Now I'm going to put this away and go open up J&D Harley, so check out her video tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.